Welcome back. My name is Craig Carroll, President of Team One Plastics, and it's my pleasure to be with Jeff Mengel, Partner and Plastics Industry Specialist for the accounting firm of Plant Moran. We've been talking a little about the plastics industry, and I really want to now sort of shift our focus, because we've talked a lot about the positives going on, and there are a lot going on currently. What do you see as some of the big challenges and threats that we as plastic processors should be concerned about over the next few years?
I'm going to talk about some of the unstated threats that you may not feel right now, but I think are at the edge. So, an example is globalization. Globalization has been an issue, but lately we've been hearing things of resourcing and inshoring, reshoring.
Yeah.
And we're feeling pretty good about ourselves, and we're seeing the utilization going up, as I mentioned. That's got to feel good. But we've got to remember that Europe's kind of in a recession of confidence right now.
Right.
They're going to be addressing that, and that they will become better down the road. And China is, we hear about their labor rates going up, and their labor rates have been going up. And they're creating a middle class, and they're creating demand internally for China, which is all very good for everybody.
Right.
One of the other things that's happening is while we've been buying maybe 2,000 presses a year for the last 10 years, China's been buying 40,000 presses a year for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So albeit they're a lot smaller presses, smaller tonnage, but they've been buying a lot, and they've been getting good.
Yeah.
They've been developing skills, so they're creating capacity. So even though they have labor rates going up, capacity is also going up.
Right.
So if they wish to utilize that to become more competitive in the United States for U.S. product, that's a threat.
Right.
So I think that's something that we're going to have to look out for down the road. The other one is resin costs. So resin costs for commodity resins goes up and down, and right now, lately, it's been flat to down.
Right.
And it's been taking some pressure off of us in the industry that have to deal with that. The negative is, if you looked at it over the last 10 years, polypropylene, for example, has gone up 13% per year for 10 years in a row. Now, it's been at different levels. I mean, it goes up and it goes down, but that's been the average. This year, it's down.
Right.
Is it going to stay down? I can't guarantee you. What I can guarantee you, it will change.
Right.
So companies have to have a resin management strategy to address that, because it's really hard to have resin costs out of your control being 40% of your product sales,
Right.
cost of sales. And you can take that risk on for a short period, but for a long period, or like the life of program, I don't understand how that can actually be done.
Right.
Cost effective. That's gambling.
Right. Yes.
The last item is talent. Twofold. Number one, it's getting hard to find on the high talent standpoint.
Yeah.
You're finding people are hard to get, and if you identify someone, you have to bring them over to you, and it normally requires a relocation package because they can't sell their home.
Yeah.
So it comes down to the lack of mobility is inhibiting your ability to hire the right people. The other side of it, though, that lack of mobility is inhibiting your people from leaving. So you have a very good retention. The industry has very good retention right now. It's down in the 15 to 17% range, which for the industry is outstanding.
Right.
And if I looked at it back in late 90s, it was in the 90% range. So that was the turnover.
Right, right.
So I think once this housing bubble really works its way through, whenever that occurs, you're going to see more people moving. So be prepared for the fact that your employees you have, be kind to them, make certain they're taken care of, and expect some movement, because it's just pent up demand at this point.
Yeah, it's interesting. You talk about some of the topics that really have always been on the radar screen for at least the last decade or so, and they've sort of gone off the radar screen during this period after the recession and some of the growth that we've seen. And I think it's words to the wise that be careful, and there's still real major issues out there.